Good morning, everyone. It's about that time. He's a rooster. We're going to keep tease feeding them for the second time. They're getting so big. 3.5 scoops of food ain't satiating their diets. It's okay. It's getting close to butcher time for all those jakes. Hello, Shadow. Oh my goodness, it's been a bit since we've done an update. Here is the materials stack has been shuffled and dwindled. We've been busy this last week, real busy. Oh my God, last night was a horribly busy night. This full moon has got everything howling at it, doesn't it, honey?
Yeah.
And last night, so ever since last year, before we cleared out all that down there, ever since last year, get down in a spot that's not blinding me. When we had those coyotes come down, whew, that's gonna blind you. Find a place that doesn't blind you. Not gonna do it, am I? There. We had the coyotes come down in here, and I popped off a few rounds at them. And they pretty much kept their distance. We'd hear them hollering back there and down there and over there, and they haven't come close. But the bow season has been in, so there's a bunch of hunters around here. I know a guy back over here owns 160 acres over there. He said he's already put 3 or 4 or 5 of them down. Folks over there dropped one and lost it. And I actually found it for them, thanks to the help of some buzzards. But so the coyotes are eating good. I mean, they ate that carcass. I found way up on the road, about a mile. They ate that carcass in a day, gone. And then the buzzard come in. Well, last night, what time was it, honey? It was early. Was it 4:30 or something? Yeah. We get it. You did it again. We need put that on the list. We need to get another one of those handles. Those things are so cheap, and that one's sticking. Anyway, so we woke up. There's a coyote. Must have been right 50 yards back of the house there, just howling. I mean, it brought us out to bed like you wouldn't believe. And then shortly thereafter, so we've been getting a lot of coons down here. 3 coons coming into the corn that we were putting in. And then by about 6 o'clock, just before sun come up, right down in there. Oh, you know what a cat fight sounds like. Y'all know what a horrible cat fight sounds like. Well, you ain't heard nothing till you've heard a coon fight. Fortunately, or at least I hope it wasn't one of our cats, but there was a serious fuss going on down there between, I'm guessing, a coon and, well, we've seen Midnight, and then we've seen Midnight, we've seen Shadow this morning, but we haven't seen Mittens this morning. We don't know where she's at. But they got safe places they usually nap at. And so that brought us out of bed, boomsticks in hand. But most of what we've been doing this week is, alright, so I'm not going to uncover it. So that stack right there is half of the stack of T111 siding, and she's been on all those tables. She's been laying them out and getting them painted and getting ready. And then yesterday it was nice, so nice and cool with this unusually early cold snap, and I'm loving it. It's 55 right now. It's gorgeous out. Anyway, so we started shuffling and sorting out. We'll go take a look at the shop deck here and sorting out the wood. We brought a bunch of it down here. Just spent most of the day yesterday carrying all the wood down here for this cabin that's going to go there. And I've started working on the shop, and I'm not doing a step-by-step on this because it's nice just to work. But you can see I've got the floor put in, the deck floor put in, the piers put in, and working on the sidewalls. I'm doing some slightly different deal on this. So I've got some that beam right there is a couple of 2x8s with a piece of OSB sandwiched in between in order to provide some strength. So I got the center post right here is going to go in this wall. That'll support the beam. So there's going to be a beam going across here. So I have an entirely open floor plan in here. What do you think, Shadow? Hear that squirrel barking? Yeah, she's still looking down there, because that was, I'm going to tell you what, that was a raucous down there. Oh, there's Midnight down there on the log. And then he woke us up. I forget what it was, early midnight, midnight, no, 2:30. So we were up on and off throughout the night. So he woke us up. I guess he had caught a mouse up, brought it up there to the house and was beating on the metal, trying to get it up here in the corner of the house. And all we heard woke up to the something banging on the metal siding, that corrugated metal, and that woke us up. What else woke up? I mean, it was crazy, and the moon was bright. But anyway, okay, so we've got the floor done and working on the walls. Today is errand day, not errand, errand, E-R-R-A-N-D, errand day. So we're getting ready to run into town and take care of a few issues and do some laundry, and of course give you guys an update, since it's been a little bit, of how things are going on out here and on the homestead. You can see we're moving things right along with this. Tell you what, much better floor on this thing than I did on that thing. Oh, I wish I wasn't so rushed on that one and had the time and the cash to get a little bit higher level materials on it. But these next two buildings are going to be a lot better. And what else can I say? Second wave is really doing well of growing. I've got some superb, all that toothache plant going. Well, we're going to have a real ton of chili beans. That's going to be a bunch of work to separate them all by hand. But you can see I've got a monster zucchini down in there. That's going to be good for seed. I got one of the yellow zooks over there. It's going to be good for seed. And I have some good, we got that rain. We got an inch of rain. Boy, did we need it. Our tanks were getting low because I was watering this. I'm like, you know what, I got all this water, I'm going to keep the water on it, which is good. Let me show you some of the squash here. And there's a bunch of them up in here. There, and you can see the spaghetti squash. And there, and there's a handful of butternuts. Not real good, but a handful of them. And then my favorites, all of you who got seeds. And I've heard back from a bunch of you who've got the seeds, that you've gotten them. That's a nice Hubbard. Look at the size of that, almost like a pumpkin. There's 1, 2, 3 of them. And then we've got those dudes, and I don't remember what the heck those are called. I think those might be considered. Oh, look. We also had a armadillo in here. All that digging right there, that's armadillo digging up my garlic. Not good. So we got some of them yellow ones. I'm not sure what they're called. But I actually have some nice little cantaloupe too from there. There was another one in here. Ooh, I should pollinate that while I've got a chance. I'll do that before we head out of here. That's a Guatemalan blue. There's another one of those. Oh, and we've been picking beans. Oh my goodness, huge amounts of beans. But there's a Guatemalan blue up under there. It's about a foot long. Look at the beans. Got to pick them again. So we're doing pretty good in the second wave here. Second wave of cornholio BS. We're getting some growth in the tomatoes. They put on another growth here. The peppers exploded again. We got a bunch of them picked. Look at all those new Tabascos. And all the Borascas have come back up. That's killer. That is killer. Oh, I mean, so some good stuff going. And, you know me, I still keep an eye on, a wary weather eye on what's going on in this world. And it just amazes me, the separation that we've got between the stupid people and the people who have at least a few brain cells. Because there's a few people that are very used to being programmed by the indoctrination, TV, radios, propaganda from the government and TV and movies and all that, and they're very used to being programmed. They suck it up. But even some of those folks have gotten to the point where, dang, Armadillo did dig it up really good over here. But even some of those folks are finally going, whoa, wait a second, something's off here. And which kind are you blooming? Oh, and my girls have been eating up the pollen. See one of them there. And so there's some of those folks that have started to kind of get a clue as to the stupidity that's going on. But the events that I was expecting here between the 18th and 28th, there were some big events, but they're not the market movers. What I suspect is, okay, we talk about and discuss used to talk about and discuss the markets, the silver, gold, and the other precious metals markets and such. And here's midnight. And so we got this big smash down in the precious metals, which, it tells me that the manipulators aren't done. It's still there, still happening. That isn't natural trading. There's not enough of natural, you look at the volume, and I've caught a couple of Bixweir's videos, and he even says, see, he was saying end of manipulation, then silver gets smashed and gold gets smashed. He says, no, manipulation is still in. So there you go, find you a flower. And so there you go. It feels like what should have been going on, and we had the big, definitely want to get that. Definitely want to get the what was I saying? There were some events that were taking place, and then we had this period of put off. It seemed like things were supposed to happen, and then they didn't towards the end of this month. And then but that's also, I'm thinking, it's because of the forces of what was being done with Jonathan Kahn and the prayer. I saw the video Bo posted about the big prayer events, and that has a huge effect. It really does. When I tell you about, you get what you think about, and you get what you put out. If everybody could be educated and choose the right thoughts and choose the right feelings, we could change the vibrational frequency of everything that's going on. But the masses are being manipulated into the worst kinds of fear, the worst kinds of negative, low energy, and the ergo. Why? So look at all that garlic coming up. Beautiful. Ergo is why I'm saying it is so much nicer now not doing so many videos and paying attention to this BS and focusing on my creative endeavors, because quite simply, I feel so much better. Had the joy and pleasure of having some more of you guys, the YouTube subscribers, the larger Awake Prepared community, come by and visit. We had some good company this week. It was short-lived, but it would have been nice for them to stay a little. But they were trying to get a bunch of visiting done between friends, relatives, and whatnot before this fall, because we can all sense something is coming with this election, and it's going to be pretty exciting. But I'm going to encourage you all to do what we've been doing here. Is most of you have gotten awakened pretty well, and look, we got enough water from that storm. There's still water in the little duck pond. So much need to get that finished so I can get the back paddock closed in, so I can turn these birds loose over there. I don't want to turn them loose over here yet. This needs to grow some more. But I want to turn them loose over there, and then we got the piglets coming too, and I think I'm going to have to put them in here until I get paddock built over there, or the fence run down there, something like that. But I encourage you to, even though you need to stay aware. Absolutely need to stay aware of what's going on in this world. But do maintain your focus on your joy. Maintain your focus on your creativity. And keep your mind clear. Clear from all the BS. Whew. It's a beautiful morning. Nice and cool. So much that needs to be done. I want that one walled up and finished. I think, and we've done all that. This whole floor over here. I'll walk back over here real quick before we sign off. And, you know how fast I did that other little cabin? So I spent 3 days taking my time to set each one of these piers. So I made sure that each one of these piers, when I set a block on it, that block was going to be level all the way across. So I took my time doing that. Actually took me not 3 full days. It was 2-3 hours one day, 2-3 hours the next. And what I wanted to do is make sure that these laid, so I could just set the cinder block right on that. So I would tell you, I took one of these long 2x8s and use it as a level, and I would stake it up here and screw it up here and stake it up here and get it level, set it level, and then I could measure down from it. I could measure how deep I needed to cut to get myself 3 or 4 inches of concrete, and then how far up I needed to come to get to a level place, and then I would just move that board around back and forth to set my corners and all. And of course it really helped having other hands in here, so I could pull my corners, pull my distances to make sure I was good and square. And so all in all, you know, I did this floor basically in a day. And then yesterday we mostly carried and separated lumber from one project to the next, and we did that and then started on these walls in a day. So I suspect in another day I should get the walls mostly done, and then another day or so after that I should get the roof on, or close to it, and then another day or so after that. And that's not me working and busting my butt like I did down there. I'm just slowly going into this and getting it done, because I'm taking my time to double check and measure, and you know, this is going to be a woodworking shop. So this is my woodworking project for right now. So I'm going to enjoy the creation here. I'm going to enjoy it. because I can and because I want to. So, yeah, you can work fast and you can get it done real quick. And if I wanted to throw things up, I could have all this up done in, I mean, 2 people who got good skill sets, we could build this in less than a week. So when I said, 30 days down there, that was all systems, the solar, the hot water tank, the wood stove, clearing it, doing everything from ground, so there's a lot of other little things, but I'm going to have this boxed in. And I'm not doing I'm not going to do a man door on this, like a regular 3-foot door like you'd put right there. I'm going to do 2 big, wide, swinging wall doors. So I'm going to have an 8-foot wide door here and 7-foot high door. And I got some big old honking hinges to put on that thing so the doors will swing out. So what I want is the doors open up. And didn't get a bunch of windows for it because they didn't have any more of the cheap ones. I've got one I'm going to put in the back so I can open these doors and have some light there. And of course I'll have ceiling lights. I'll have some shop lights. I've already got them put away. But yeah, this is for all the hell that's going on in this world. I'm going to tell you what, I feel better. The stress ain't there as when you're focusing on this BS. It just isn't there. And I know we're going to have a lot more of it coming. But your time is... You're going in a pot too. Yes, you are. I'm keeping the new rooster wherever he is. That one up there, that red coat up there. I like his genetics a little better. So many to butcher. There's going to be one heck of a day. And with this cool weather, we might get on it sooner rather than later, because I'm going to tell you what, if you've ever butchered a bird or a turkey like this, and we do it all by hand, that's some work. It's some heavy work. We cleaned up a dozen birds one day. Each person, there was 3 of us, and we each butchered 4 birds, and this was back in Montana, and that was enough to exhaust you. By the time you got all 12 of those birds in the freezer, boy, you were worn out. And we got at least 16 turkeys to butcher. Hi, Shadow. All right, folks, it's good being with you and chatting with you. Look forward to seeing your comments. We'll get this up here in a little bit. We got errands in town to do. I got some fall greens coming in, beets and lettuce and more kale and some spinach over there. Now that we got this rain, that should bring this up. And gonna have some good sweet potatoes. Good sweet potatoes. All right, so all you out there that have gotten your packages of seeds, please let us know. I know a few of you have emailed us, but I'd like to make sure. I'd like to know they all got in there, got home, found their homes and stuff. All right, time to get going. Y'all, take care. Hey, just in time. Say bye.